Today we are going to discuss about of the implementation. See, in generally, whenever is working as an SAP consultant, there is a totally two different types of the roles will be there. So the first one will be the implementation, and the second one will be the supporting. So the first thing which is called as an implementation. So what will be the implementation or customization or configuration? Everything is in the same. So now we are discussing about of the implementation. So what exactly by the implementation, in the sense of whenever one company wants to convert their business organization into the SAP, whenever one company wants to convert their business transactions into the SAP, at that time whatever the requirements will be there for that particular business organization, and depending upon that particular business organization requirements, we need to customize the predefined SAP applications. That's what we are calling as an implementation. So simply we are calling that customizing the applications depends upon the client's requirements, which we are calling as an implementation. Here the main thing which we have to observe that we need to identify about of the client's requirement. So here the first concept of the SAP sales and distribution, the first client requirement, the first concept which we are calling as an enterprise structure, which it will be called as an enterprise structure. So what is the enterprise structure in the sense of, see for example, you four members or you three members are which is working in the Infosys, say for example, but you are not working, you are working in Infosys for the client of some XYZ. Now you need to able to understand the organization structure of the clients, not for your company. That means not for your Infosys company. For whoever the client which you are working, for that client, what their requirement will be there. You people need to collect those of the requirements in the enterprise structure. So here in the enterprise structure, the first thing which we are having the company. So what was the company? And the second thing will be the company code. And the third one will be the plant. And the fourth one will be the division. And the fifth one which we are calling as a name, sales organization. And the sixth one will be the distribution channels. And the next one will be the sales office. And the next one is in a sales group. So in SD enterprise structure, we are having all these things. And now, what is the company? Not for our company, the client's company. Say for example, which we can call it as a company, means group of company. Group of company. And the second one, company code. What is the company code in the sense of, it is nothing but like a subsidiary part of the company. That means which we can call as a secondary level of the highest level of the organization. And the plant, which is called as a manufacturing unit for the particular company code. And the division, what exactly by the division is nothing but like in a product range of the products. And the sales organization, means it is an organization which is responsible for all the sales activities. That's what we are calling as a sales activities. And as well as that distribution channel, which we are calling as a mode of sales. And the sales office, which we are calling as a geographical area of a sales organization. And the sales group, what do you mean by the sales group in the sense of the person responsible for the sales office, which is called as a sales group. So as like that, my client has been given all these requirements for me. How they are given in the sense of the company, the group of the company. Say for example, of which you are working for the client of the something around Ramco Cements. So they are saying that Ramco Cements is a or Ramco group of the companies is the client's group. So for creation of this client group, there should be one menu path will be there. How that menu path will be there in the sense of, already we know how to enter on SAP in the previous class which we have discussed. For that, double click on SAP logon and then select our server and then log on, and here what would be your user ID and what would be your password, and then press enter. Now we are entering onto the SAP system. So under this SAP system, first of all I want to create the company. So what exactly by the company in the sense of, as which we discussed, it is in a group of the company. It's in a group of the company. So for creation of that group of the company, we can have the menu path of SPRO. So what exactly by the SPRO in the sense of, it was in a transaction code which is used to move from GUI to IMG. Let's see from here. From here onwards, SPRO, enter. Now again, SAP reference IMG. Under that, SPRO, SAP reference IMG, SAP reference IMG. Under that, enterprise structure. The concept which we are working here itself, it is a name, enterprise structure. Under that enterprise structure, we need to create. That's why we need to go for the definition. Under the definition, it will be considered to the financial accounting. Financial accounting. Under the financial accounting, define company. So for defining of the company, this is the button which we have to use, and this is the button which we are calling as an IMG activity button. Just click on this, and whenever you are facing of an interview, if the interviewer is asking that, okay mister, can you tell me about of the menu path for creation of a company, then we can say that SPRO, SAP reference IMG, enterprise structure, definition, financial accounting, and then define company. And in other words, we can go for this particular session or the screen by using one transaction code also. So what was the transaction code in the sense of, it is a code which is used to reach the particular application instead of using the menu path. It is in a direct way, or else which we can call as a shortcut key to reach the particular application. Here it was in a OX15. That means here we have entered in the screen. Instead of using of all these things, OX15 and then enter, directly we will reach the screen. As like that also we can. Other else, we can go for the menu path. SPRO, SAP reference IMG, enterprise structure, definition, financial accounting, define company. So whenever I am going to the define company, what I have to do that, I need to create the company. So whenever I want to use the creation of a company or creation of anything, I need to go for the new entries. So for entering on the new entries, instead of the using of the mouse, we can use the F5 also, the functional key of F5 also. Others, click on this. So when we are going to the, here it is asking about of what is the company of yours. So I am giving here the company name of Ramco. Okay, boss, if it is an Ramco, it is in a 5 letters, we can directly give it. Even if it is a Reliance, RELIANCE, maybe that was not a possible. Why? Because it was a maximum of 6 alphanumerical digits only. That means either we can create the alphabets, or else we can use the characters or the numerics or anything. But it was the maximum of 6. And the company name, Ramco group of the companies. Ramco group of the companies. So where it was located, which I am saying that it was located in Mumbai, and the post box of something, and the postal code of something, and the city, which I am saying that it was in a Mumbai, and the country is IN. and the language is IN, and the currency is INR. And after filling of all these details, whenever I want to save this, I can use this button, or else I can go for the Control S, or else I can go for the Control S. Even instead of using this, I can go for the F11 also. The functional key F11, which is used to save the application, or else save it. So whenever you are saving of any of the applications, the screen will be coming like this. You need to accept this, then only the request will be processed, data will be going to save. So after completion of this, you want to come back here, just use the F3 step by step. This is what we are calling as a creation of a company. And the next one, which we can call it as a company code. The company has been created. As like that, we need to create the company code also. But for creation of this company code in the same way, instead of the defining of the company, edit, copy, delete, check company code data. Edit, copy, delete, check company code data. And after that, double click on edit company code data. And after that, double click on edit company code data. And for this one, it was an OX02. See here, I am going to the new entries. Here it is asking me about what was the company code. The company is in a RAM code, and the company code which I am giving here is an RAM1. So what it was, which I am saying that it was an Aramco Cements, and which I am saying that it was located in Delhi, the country of IN, and the currency of INR, and the language is EN. And then make a save. And the group of the company can be the maximum of 6 alphanumerical digits, and the subsidiary company is the maximum of 4 alphanumerical digits. But basically, this company code can be created by the financials people. That means in this company code of the RAM1, we require all the general ledgers and all the fiscal years and all the other things has to be maintained. But we are not having any finance team here. That's why what I am doing that, whatever the SAP system predefinedly they have given, just I am copying that into my requirement. For that, copy delete check company code data. This is the copy button, or else which we can use the F6 also for making of a copy of this one. For making of a copy, either we can use the F6 also. So by using the F6 here, or else copy button, copy, then it asking that from where I have to copy and to where. From where to where? From the company code of the SAP predefined, either which we can call it as an 1000 or 0001, and 2 is the our company code of the RAM, which we have already created a first one. See, whenever it was copying, all the tables will be related of the tables will be going to copy here. Yeah, from company code. As which I said that the from company code of the SAP will be already predefined of 1000 or 0001. Here I am taking that 1000 and the two company code which I am taking, which we have already created, RAM1, and then enter. So do you want to complete the organization object? Yes. Yes. Do you want to accompany the GL accounts of the company code data also? Yes. I want to copy the GL ledgers also from that. And which currency you want to use there here? I want to use the currency of INR. Done. Means whatever the things which we are having in the company code of the 1000, all the things will be copying into here into the RAM1 also. That means now we are having our company and as well as the company code also. The both of the things will be there. That's why here in the SAP they have given the creation of the company code, and as well as the copy of the company code will be also there. So here it was called as a company and the company code. And the next we have to go for the manufacturing units of the company. That is called as a plants. But what I am saying that one company code can have the one or more of the plants also. We can't say that one company code having one plant. Why? Because one company code can have a multiple of the plants also. So where the plants will be there and what are the different types of the plants will be there and where it will be going to located. For that purpose which we need to go for from here, the menu path will be the within the same menu path, but here instead of the SPRO, SAP reference IMG, enterprise structure, definition, but it was not comes into the financial accounting. Why? Because the plant can be managed by the MM. That's why in our SD we are making the integration of the SD with FI and also SD with MM. The both of the things which we have to do here. The both of the things which we have to do here. That's why here it will be comes with the logistics. It was comes from the logistics general. So for here it was in a menu path of the instead of the financial accounting, logistics general. Under that logistics general, I want to create the plan. Let me copy it. Whenever it was a copying, it will take some time. Why? Because all the correspondent fields and the tables and everything has to be copied. Now our company and company code was ready. Now let us see. Excuse me. SAP reference IMG, enterprise structure, definition. In FI company code was finished. Next go for logistics general. Under that define copy delete check plan. Means instead of this one, define or copy or delete or check plan. And how many of the plans which you require, you can create that much of the plans. There is not a problem at all. So here, after entering of this plan, see here also two options will be there. So first of all, I am going to create that double click on define plan. Double click on define plan. And whenever you want to see the menu transaction code, you have forgotten the menu transaction code. And I want to see the transaction code, then go for utilities, so additional information, and then display key, and then IMG activity. Here if you can see, what would be the transaction code for the plant? It was OX10. That means here instead of the OX02, OX10. So let us go for this one, define plant, and new entries. I am creating RAMP. So which I am saying that put a production in plant and just save it. Nothing else is required for this. Just only the plant name and so on. And the country which is located in India. And then come back. Now go for the copy delete check plant. Copy. Here also we need to make a copy. Why? Because from there the purchasing organizations and all the other things will be going to copy into this plant here. The first one is the group of the company, and the second one is the subsidiary company, and the third one is the plant. It means the plant of 10002 RAMP. Enter. Yes. Enter. Yes. All the things from the company code of the 100 will be copying into here as an this one into the RAMP. Everything will be copying from there to here. See, 39% of the tables will be going to copy. The total database tables will be going to copy here. So 69% of the tables has been copied. So that it will be going to complete. Yes, everything from the plant, it has been copied into the plant of RAM. Right. And after copying of all those things, the next one, we need to go for the division, which is nothing but like in a product ranges. So for creation of the divisions also, it will be the same menu bar. It will be the same menu bar. Nothing is different from here, but the only difference it is, see, define copy delete check division. Here, define division. Define copy delete check division. Double click on define division, and the transaction code for this making of this divisions is an a OVXB. OVXB. So here, go for the define copy delete check division, define division, and new entries. I am giving that one of the division is R1, let's say RA, RB, and the first division which I am mentioning, with the name of the 43 grade cement, 43 grade cement, and the rest of the other division is a 53 grade cement. That means in the products I am having the two different types of the product ranges. Done. And after completion of this one, which we have to go for the sales activities. So which we are calling as a sales organization. So what do you mean by the sales organization? In the sense of it was the highest level of the organization which is responsible for all the sales activities for a particular company code, which is called as a sales organization. And each and every company code can have the one or more sales organizations also. So for creation of this sales organization, instead of the logistics general, we need to enter in the sales and distribution. Here it was a sales and distribution, sales and distribution, and from there, see, define copy delete check sales organization. Instead of the client, it was in a sales organization, and the transaction code for this one, it was an a OX05. See here, sorry, OVX5, not the OX05, OVX5. And just click on this define sales organization. What would be your sales organization? I am saying that the sales organization which I am require the RAMS, and which I am saying that Mumbai sales organization, and it's having the currency of INR. And in this sales organization, when during of the customization or the when during of the usage, if we people are require the rebates also, we can activate. It should be activatable whenever you want to apply the rebates, and just save it. And what is the address details of the sales organization? So this is what we are calling as a sales organization. And the next one is the mode of the sales, which is called as a distribution channel. What do you mean by the distribution channel? In the sense of, it is a mode of the sale which we are calling as a distribution channel. For this, come back, define, copy, delete, check sales organization. For this one, it was an OVXI. Instead of the sales organization, we will go for the distribution channels. Distribution channels, and then double click on define distribution channel. Double click on define distribution channel, and then from there what we have to do, see, double click on define distribution channel, and then go for new entries. And what would be the distribution channels which I am giving as an RA? I am saying that it was a name distributors for RAMP, and wholesalers for RAMP, and then say this is what we can call it as a distribution channels, nothing but like a mode of the sale. And the next one which we are having the sales office. So for example, which we are taking the sales organization in the Mumbai, and for making of a sales from the Mumbai, they have maintained a different types of the offices in the different places. So what was the offices which they are having? So for creation of those of the offices, and these of the offices can be divided by the area wise, or by the journal wise, or by the state wise, or whatever it was, we can divide either itself, or else journal office, regional office, or something like that also we can maintain. See here, and the same thing, maintain sales office. So instead of this, maintain sales office, and the transaction code for this one is an OVX1, not the OVXI. It was an OVX1. OVXN1, and there select maintain sales office, and then new entries. I am giving the same name as an RA, which I am saying that it was a journal office for RAMP, as like as RB, regional office for RAMP, and then save it. So as like that, which we can having the two different types of the so on so things. Two sales of them. We need not to maintain the two. Even if it is a 10 or a 15 also, we can. How many of the sales organizations and how many of the sales offices and how many of the things we want, we can create from there. And the last one, which we can call it as a sales group. So what was the sales group in the sense of the person which is responsible for that particular sales office. The person which is responsible for that particular sales office, which we are calling as a sales group. And here we can take as a sales manager, assistant manager, so let's say for example, general manager or regional manager, or else make it as a same Mr. Hari and Mr. Praveen, as like us also we can. And for this one, the transaction code was a name OVX4. OVX4. Just here, mind and sales group, and then go for new entries. Here it was a name RA, which I am saying that general manager for RAMP, and RB, regional manager for RAMP, and just save it. So this is what we can call it as a sales groups. Now let us see what we have done. Here it is. The first, which we have created the one company and one company code, and as well as the plant and the product divisions which they are manufacturing under the plant, and what is the sales organization, and what would be the distribution channel, and what would be the divisions, and as well as the sales office, and as well as the sales group. So all these 8 parts, which we are calling as a definition of the enterprise structure. That means defining of the enterprise structure. Defining of the enterprise structure. So first of all, one practicing of you people, first of all create one template, or else create one something, uh, one documentation when you are practicing. When you are practicing, just make the one documentation, and as like that you can mention everything, and then you can do the things. It will be easily will be for yours. It will be very easy. So this is the concept which we can call as an SDES, or else class 2. So this was in a class 2 which we have done, and from there onwards every day whatever I am explaining, first of all in the board, instead of the board, in the word pad I am typing like this, and after that we will go for the sounds. After that we will go for the systematic hobby tree. So I think Mr. Hari, is it clear for yours? Hello?
Yeah, yes,